Imagine touching your own skin. Now imagine touching it again, but this time it's completely covered in paint. Most people think body paint just looks different, but artists and models say something surprising happens the moment the paint dries. Your brain suddenly feels your skin differently. Some say it feels tighter, others say it feels warmer, and some say it creates a strange awareness of every movement your body makes. So why does this happen? Is it science, or is it something psychological? Today, we're exploring the strange truth behind painted skin. The journey begins at the moment of first contact. A brush, loaded with liquid pigment, moves with deliberate slowness across the warm landscape of the skin. The first sensation most people report is one of surprise, a sudden, unexpected coolness. The paint, often at room temperature, feels discernibly colder than the body's natural warmth. This sharp, thermal contrast is the first signal to the brain that something new is happening. A clear marker between the before and the after. Following the initial chill, a different sensation emerges, a feeling of weight and texture. As the brush glides, it leaves behind a thin, wet film. It begins to fill the microscopic valleys of your skin, covering tiny, almost invisible hairs. A new surface, often smoother and more uniform than the skin beneath. Silky at first, then, as it begins to dry, slightly sticky. A gentle tackiness that holds your attention. The sound is part of the experience, the soft, rhythmic whisper of bristles against your skin. Your mind, now focused, begins to process these combined signals. You become acutely aware of the exact path the brush is taking, as if a map were drawn onto your consciousness. This first moment is a profound act of transformation. The painted area no longer feels entirely like you. It has become something else. A line of blue, a line of red, a line of gold. People often smile, then become very still, absorbing the novelty of the sensation. A small part of the body claimed by color and texture, the brain working to understand this new reality. This prologue sets the stage for what follows: scientific explanation, cultural expression. The feeling is strange, yes, but it is also deeply human. It is the entry point into the relationship between an external substance and our consciousness. The most immediate physical change that paint creates is thermal. Our skin radiates heat into air through convection and evaporation. Apply a water-based or alcohol-based paint and the liquid is eager to evaporate. As it turns to vapor, it pulls heat from the surface. That is the surprise of coolness you feel. The effect can persist for minutes as the paint dries. Thickness and solvent type shape how long and how intense that coolness feels. Beyond temperature, the paint acts as a physical barrier. It mats down tiny hairs and fills pores, creating an artificial smoothness. A painted arm can feel sleek and frictionless. It subtly buffers pressure. A light tap may feel more muted. With reduced evaporation, drying and contraction add a sense of tightness. Cooling, smoothing, buffering, blocking. Together they create a complex new experience. To understand why it feels so different, we journey beneath the surface. Skin is our largest sensory organ, teeming with specialized receptors. Each detects a specific stimulus. Paint activates multiple receptors in an unusual combination. Coolness stimulates thermoreceptors. Your brain receives cold. Pressure and minute vibrations recruit mechanoreceptors. Meissner's detect light touch. Pacinian respond to deeper pressure and vibration. A smooth, continuous paint surface sends a different signal than natural skin. The brain weaves cold, smooth, and light pressure into a coherent perception. It cross-references past experiences, but this combination on your own skin is new. Novelty heightens awareness. The painted area takes center stage. As paint dries, the cold fades. Tightening replaces it. Stretch-sensitive mechanoreceptors engage with the contracting film. The brain diligently updates the story it tells you. Being painted is not a single sensation, but a narrative unfolding over time. A developing story, born in the skin, made meaningful in the mind. Beyond the science, painting the skin is woven into human culture. For thousands of years across civilizations, pigments adorned bodies. More than decoration, communication, identity, rite of passage, patterns and colors form a language of lineage, status, and role. The touch carries social and spiritual significance, becoming, joining, acceptance, a link to ancestors, and to those yet to come. At Holi, color on skin feels like celebration and shared joy, a touch that breaks barriers. In performance art, the body becomes a living sculpture. Slow, deliberate application becomes ritual, preparing to embody an idea. I felt more graceful. The paint made my skin feel so smooth, it shone under the lights. More aware of every movement, reminding me to be deliberate, to be art. A small finger reaches, cool, smooth surprise, a shared smile. The paint becomes a bridge for interaction, for wonder. Sensation elevated by story. A medium for connection, to community, to roles, to shared moments. The person painted is a participant, felt meaning in every stroke. Coolness, texture, weight, filtered through purpose, become a resonant human experience. We have traveled from the surprising chill of a brushstroke to the dance of nerves and neurons. Physics, biology, psychology, culture. The paint changes temperature, texture, and the story your brain tells. A thin layer of pigment becomes a new interface, a second skin with its own rules. The feeling is born in the skin, but shaped and understood in the mind. If a thin layer of paint can so completely change how you feel your own skin, what other unseen forces are shaping your experience of the world right now?